What would you like to play for us, Joe?
We're going to do a song off my first album, which was the band Bloodlines, instrumental that I wrote called The Storm.
Okay, all yours.
All right.
Okay. Joe, that's fantastic.
Thanks, Bob.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, we did a little modification to the original version.
Okay. What are the names of your band members?
Okay, this is Lenny Milano on drums.
Okay,
He's
great.
from my
Lenny.
hometown.
Wow.
This is Greg Liss, a.k.a. Cremo, a.k.a. Creeper, whatever the day is.
Fantastic. Okay. And your hometown is where, Joe?
Utica, New York.
Utica, New York. Okay. Now, you can come over here a little bit, okay, so I can get a better look at you here. You make what can be a very difficult instrument for anybody look so easy. You have to be a child prodigy or just a natural.
Oh, well, thanks. Well, I mean, I worked there. I started when I was 4.
Okay.
And I'm 21 years old now, and it's about 17 years I've been playing it. So,
wow.
So I really practiced. I just really kind of like religiously practiced.
You were self-motivated from that age, or?
Well, I just liked the guitar. It was something I could do to, because I really, I'm not a really good artist. I can't draw or anything.
Okay.
It's something to like express your artistic, freedom.
Right, right.
And the guitar is, because I'm kind of a subdued person by nature, and the guitar is a way to, get a little bit louder.
You seem very humble and modest when I get to talk to you. I know some of the greatest guitar players in the world have spoken about you, and you've played with some of them at a very, very early age. Tell me about some of the people you've played with and at what age.
I guess I used to do shows with B.B. King.
Okay.
I used to follow him around and open up for him, and got to know him. He's really, really a great guy.
How old were you when you were opening for B.B.?
I don't know, probably like 13. It was the first time, and then it kind of a couple years.
And he was very impressed by you.
Oh yeah, it was the first time he saw one of my shows, and it's like he's a legend. I was meeting him, and I was like, wow, he's a good guy. Another guy I used to play with a lot and was actually a good friend of mine was Danny Gatton.
Okay, phenomenal. The late Danny Gatton.
He was unbelievable,
yeah.
Danny Gatton.
And how old were you with Danny?
I think I was 12 when I first started playing with him. Then he used to call me up on the stage, and I used to take his old telly and he used to wrap like a strap. You make the strap shorter and play slide over the top. Yeah, it's cool. I played with Albert Collins once, and just a bunch of really great blues guys, and it was one of those things. A couple of those people are gone, like Albert Collins, Danny Gatton.
Sure,
so you really treasure those days when they were still around.
Who were your influences? And what I'm curious about is when you were 4 or 5, who were your influences?
Well, my first influence, and the reason I really think I started playing guitar is when I heard Stevie Ray Vaughan's Texas Flood record.
Oh, sure.
And it was like such a powerful record, and it really got my attention, even at 4 years old. I don't know. It's tough to really focus on something, but I really liked the way the whole thing was. I liked the vibe of the record and the guitar, because my father was a guitar player, and so I kind of associated that sound with the guitar, and I just started, going, well, I kind of like this, and then I kind of took it from there. Other influences like Jeff Beck, Danny Gatton, Robin Ford, Stevie Ray Vaughan, of course. I mentioned Eric Clapton. I take a little bit from everybody. Danny Gatton.
Okay. I know you speak about them as influences in this instructional video. Joe Bonamassa, lead guitar unlimited, off of Hot Licks. And Hot Licks has only the best players. Brian Setzer, the list goes on and on. And how old were you when you did this?
How old was I? I think it was a year ago. So I was around.
Okay.
I think it was 20.
Well, I'll tell you, I watched this and I got scared. I was sweating. I'm here. Oh my God, is he phenomenal?
Yeah, it was really an honor that that Arlen wanted to do that with me, and I was very excited to do it, and I had a good time too. It was fun.
Yeah, Arlen was a former guest and did a great job, and they all speak so highly of you.
Well, he's a great guitar player, great person.
Absolutely. What are you doing these days?
What do you call it? I'm just putting songs together for a new record. I have literally the whole record done, and what I'm doing now is just talking to a few labels and stuff like that. I was on another label this summer that ended up going out of business, but so I'm looking to take that project to a couple other labels, and we're talking.
Okay. And we're talking very big labels. We're
well,
not,
yeah, ideally that would be a good thing, and so there's some things going there. There could be something there. So.
Okay, great.